Hi, welcome to IBTV, Professor X. I'm about to work out, and you're going to learn some more information on the place I'm at and what other people are doing here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome back to IBTV, Professor X. I'm here with George and Manny with the Access Project. I'm telling you, it's such a wonderful project. My first day here, I got a little exercise, massage, feeling good, feeling great. I'm not tired or sluggish like I do during the day. I'm gonna let these two gentlemen talk about the Access Project and everything that it's about.
Yeah. So my name is George Gallego. I'm one of the co-founders of the Access Project. We're located in East Harlem in Manhattan at 1325 Fifth Avenue, between 111th and 112th. So we founded this organization last year primarily because we realized that there was a major gap that existed within the system, and most of the folks that we serve on a daily basis didn't have enough to do within the community. We found that most of the folks were primarily staying at home, and we decided that we wanted to create a space within a community so that folks would have a reason to leave their homes and go into the community, and not just gather together in a circle or in a cypher or in a group, but get together in order to do things in order to benefit themselves and their lives, and in order to also move forward within their lives. So we created the Access Project, and it's primarily a health and wellness program. We offer tons of different programs, and I'll leave that up to Manny to explain to you. And perhaps this is a good time to hand it over to Manny.
All right, how you guys doing? My name is Manny De La Cruz. I'm the program manager here at the Access Project. Like George said, we help people with disabilities and all disabilities. We're open Monday through Saturdays between 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. And then we have 2 night shifts, which is a new thing. We started about a month ago. We run those Wednesdays and Fridays between 6 and 10 p.m. And we welcome everybody and anybody with a disability. We don't discriminate, age, gender, color, doesn't matter. When you come here, your family, we're all disabled, we're in the same boat, but we're rowing in the same direction. Nothing's perfect, but we try to work on that. And we welcome all folks. We run different programs like George said. We do a yoga program headed by our director, Kiki Flynn, who's been a yoga director. She's world renowned. She's been a yoga instructor for 34 years. We have our fitness director, who's really the boss. His name is Lawrence Harding. He's been a therapist for over 25 years. He's also world renowned with spinal cord injury mainly. We also have Gary, who's an ex-cop, a rabbi, and a jack of all trades. He's trained the Israel military secret service. This guy is the man, and he does kung fu and all sorts of martial arts from a wheelchair. His daughter's disabled, so that's what inspired him. We also have Vanessa, who's our masseuse, who you got your massage from.
She's great.
And she's awesome, and she's been a masseuse for a long, long time. I don't know the exact years, but I'm sure it's over 15. We also do biking, so we do cycling. So we go out, we get in his hand cycles, and we go around the block, we go around Central Park. We actually have events for cycling, so that's awesome. We also do crank cycling, which is what you guys were seeing earlier with George was running the class. And people get a good workout. We have not state-of-the-art equipment, but pretty good. where we could pump some sounds to inspire people. We also feed people. It's, not a great meal, but as good as we can with the budget we have. And so for our shift between 1:30 and 5:30, we eat at 4:30, and then for the 6 to 10 shift, we eat about 8 o'clock. And then we have a special activities on Fridays. I try to call it Access at Night, where we play poker, we play spades, we watch movies, we talk about sexuality, we play volleyball, and Kim heads that. Kim and Ione. So we think of our other activities. I think that's primarily what we do. We also have Spinal Mobility, which is Lawrence, and he does that Wednesday nights and Friday nights, where he teaches you how to exercise from a wheelchair, from a standing frame, from a mat, and things that you can go back and take home and do with your help or by yourself, and things that you could do here with your trainers. So we have our oldest trainer here. His name is Melvin Gilbert. He's our star guy. He's my go-to guy. We have Eli. So Eli's like my right-hand man. We have Alejandro. He's also my left arm man. And we work as a team. No one here is better than anyone. I'm just a humble dude trying to help other people.
So the Access Project was a collaboration between 3 different organizations. My personal nonprofit is called Wheels of Progress, and we primarily focus on housing. Our mission is to actually create affordable and accessible housing for people with disabilities who are either forced to live in institutions because their homes weren't accessible after they became disabled, or who are at risk of going to an institution because their homes aren't disabled. Their homes aren't accessible. So there was a collaboration between Wheels of Progress, another organization called Wheeling Forward, and Wheeling Forward focuses on many different things. They focus on creating educational opportunities for folks with disabilities. They have a grant program. They have a wheelchair giving program. So usually if someone goes to an institution, that nursing home normally won't allow the individual to get a power chair if they need a power chair. So they end up being stuck in a manual chair, and then they have to rely on someone to push them everywhere they go, especially if they're quadriplegic. So this is, it's a bias within the institutional system, but so Wheeling Forward will actually go out of their way to provide that individual a power chair. They'll donate the power chair for them, to them. And they also have the Spinal Mobility Program that Manny mentioned earlier, and several other programs, so many that I tend to forget them from time to time. Now the third organization that collaborated with us is the actual Fifth Avenue Social Adult Daycare that existed prior to the Access Project being created. So Alex and I were just scoping out the neighborhood trying to find a space that we can use in order to start this program. And then we found this space, 7,500 square feet. They had a social adult daycare program during the day, which ran from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock or 8 o'clock to 1:30. And for the rest of the day, the space was totally underutilized. So we figured that, if we make the pitch to the existing owners and show them where this gap exists within our community, and show them how we can actually fill this gap, and also we're let me tell it like it is. We're social entrepreneurs, so we like to be able to fill in gaps that government cannot fill, and at the same time we like to be able to create a funding stream so that we can make sure that these programs that we create remain sustainable. So we made the pitch to the owners of the Fifth Avenue Social Adult Daycare. They loved the idea. They thought that there was a strong possibility of success with the program that we proposed. And then we created this marriage. And we've been running ever since August of last year. And I think that initially it was a bit of a slow start, because when you're dealing with there isn't a program like this that exists anywhere. That's right. So what we did is we took the social adult daycare infrastructure, we totally freaked it so that we can use it in order to be able to satisfy the needs of the disability community. Ordinarily, you will never see a senior social adult daycare filled with young people with disabilities, because they usually don't have anything to offer to our people. So we figured that we can take the space, create the programs that our population would be more inclined to attend and participate in, then we would have a successful model. and we have an extremely successful model here. There are days, and Manny can attest to this, where we have 40, 50 people that come through the doors, and it is so crowded in this space. On the average, on a monthly basis, on the average, I'd say we have anywhere from 600 to 700 visits total.
It's gotten so crowded that we're running out of space. And so what the idea I guess we all came up with was if you call Monday through Friday a shift, those are 6 shifts. And if you add Wednesday night and Friday night, you add 2 more shifts, so those are 8 shifts. We had to limit our members to 3 shifts out of those 8 because we cannot service them correctly. And I'd rather give quality over quantity any day. So now our numbers are finally under control, and then we're averaging like 25 people a day, which is somewhat sustainable. It's still a little bit over, but if not, we were doing 45. I mean, a month ago when I realized that it was crazy, we did 57 people, and it was like you couldn't move.
And the third shift is primarily for people with disabilities who are working from 9 to 5 and have this urge to work out but can't work out because there aren't any gyms within the 5 boroughs that are wheelchair accessible, and there aren't any gyms that have personal trainers that know how to work with people with disabilities. Most of them are afraid to come close to you because you're a liability. So we created this third shift to be able to also have a space so that folks, when they finish their 9 to 5, they'll have a place to go to where they can still exercise and stay fit.
You can go to www.wheelingforward.org. That's spelled WHEELINGFORWARD.org. And there you'll see the programs that we run, and you'll see the Access Project. You should be the first click on the top, and you'll get all the information. You could also call our general number here at 5th Avenue Social Adult Daycare, which is 212-831-6100. We have the Facebook page, The Access Project. I'm not a big Facebook guy, but we're on there. And we have guys manning and ladies manning that, so you can reach us there.
Yeah, so I'm part of Moving Forward. I'm the co-founder and director of development, and my main objective is my main job is to actually do a lot of fundraising, which allows us to have a lot of these great programs, such as the Access Project, which you're here now, and Spinal Mobility, which is another program that we also have here. And I think it's really a great thing. I mean, it's something that really brings a lot of passion out of me that I can share my career, which is in wine, and then translate it to help other people who may not have the means necessary to be able to afford these kind of things. And as you know already, this is a very expensive lifestyle. And I think oftentimes we see a lot of poster childs that are disabled on TV, they're doing well. Oftentimes I think that they have certain means financially to be able to succeed. There are a lot of people that become disabled or that are born with a disability don't have those financial means. So how are they supposed to get a leg up in life if they don't have that? You can have the greatest insurance, but at the end of the day, you still have to pay certain things out of pocket.
That's right.
But I think that being able to provide this service to people with a disability here in the tri-state area in New York City, particularly that might be from a lower income, they can come here and feel reinvigorated and find their passion to be able to work out. I mean, I think is a great thing. I'm in a tank top. I'm a sweaty mess, so I apologize, but I just finished doing a spinning class.
This is the workout.
Yeah, that's right. So we do a spinning class, and it's one of a kind. I don't think anyone else in the tri-state area is doing it. We have actually 8 hand cranks and people are spinning. I lead the class. Prior to that, we did a CrossFit class. So it's really awesome. And then after that, we went to Central Park and we did a loop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
what's the loop?
There's a loop right around the park. It's a whole thing. It's about 6 miles. We did half of it actually, 3 miles. So a lot of hills. So I had people working out, and I'm ready to pass out myself right now. So, but it's great, yeah, for sure.
How many days a week do you do this?
So I'm here twice a week. This is open 6 days a week. We're open 6 days and then 2 times a week at night. On Wednesdays and Friday nights, but I think Friday nights we become like sort of like a Friday night lights, and people just come out and they come out hard.
Yeah.
They have a long weekend to relax and chill out.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people. I already hear like you have a whole lot of people that just come and show up now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, and I think the most important thing is that they're able to socialize with other people in their situation.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might be talking to someone who. And you're like, oh, I didn't even know that these wheels existed. Where did you get those wheels?
Yeah.
Or where did you get this certain thing? Or
Exactly.
you got this type of doctor, and he's, oh, great. So not only are you coming in for a great workout, which we all need at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but you're also finding out information that you may not have had prior to not coming to Access Project. So that's really important.
Exactly.
Yeah, so and I think that's really important. And if you have issues, people can relate to them. You know, I think
Right.
that you can relate to each other. And I think that's really wonderful. I think people are really getting that. I'm super
Yeah, that's why
excited.
you can be more comfortable because
Yeah, exactly.
you know we relate, so we don't have to be too shy.
Exactly, and you can talk about everything, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have to hold back. And I think sometimes, you know, most of us that are in the disabled community, sometimes we're afraid to admit to certain things or
Yeah.
talk about it. But I think it is important to open up and not be afraid and let people know what this lifestyle entails, you know.
Right.
So, you know, hopefully the Access Project moving forward, Wheels of Progress, which George Gallego has and who is part of the Access Project, this will be infectious and you know, other people will kind of pay forward to the next person.
Yeah.
And that's the most important, like you're doing with your great music.
Well, you know, we gotta make a song for this organization here.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I make songs. So.
No, definitely. I would love it. Yeah, we should definitely have you have a song and then perform one night here at Access Project, like do a little Friday Night Lights, you know?
I'm with it.
Maybe do like you rapping and then we'll do like a musical chairs type of thing.
Cool. Whatever you guys want.
For sure, for sure.
I'll perform it night.
Yeah, definitely do it, man. Yeah, for sure. No, I'd be excited to have you.
Maybe I'm gonna go do that.
There you go.
But Yuri, thanks for giving us a part
No,
of
please.
this special organization and all this
No, thank you
information.
for
It's wonderful.
No, thank you for having us and thank you for helping us spread the word and thank you for doing all the great work that you're doing because we need more people like you and that's what I mean, I know this is really our first time meeting, but I've heard lots about you and all the great work you're doing. So congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thanks, baby. Here we go, folks. IBTV, your Access Project. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Ariane Ramirez. I'm a member of the Access Project. This is like a fitness / therapy center where people in wheelchairs come, we get together, we work out. There's a lot of different classes that they have here, like spinning classes and yoga, CrossFit, which is the new one that we just started. So it's a great place for people with wheelchairs. Everything is adaptive. We have trainers here to help everyone. So this place is awesome. I love coming here. I try to come at least 3 times a week.
How long you been coming since it started?
Yes, since it started about a year ago.
How'd you hear about it?
Through the spinal mobility program that Lawrence has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started doing the spinal mobility program. It's like an 8-week session with Lawrence. It's like an intense physical therapy.
Yeah.
And after that, I got in contact with Lawrence and he told me about the Access Project.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. Wonderful things at the Access Project. I believe has got a lot of information, and we're going to head back to New Jersey. So I want to thank you for this interview, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more IBTV. That's it.
Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to the 10th annual Midtown Live the Car Show. I'm doing this for 10 years. I've been in the custom industry for plenty of years already, 20 plus. I started as an airbrush artist, but my love and passion for vehicles always stayed within me as a little kid since I was a child. From there, airbrushing vehicles, I moved on to hydraulics and stuff, lowriders, very popular back in the 90s and stuff like that. And so a lot of the cars are in this area, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, PA. If you had lowriders in the 90s, 2000s, I probably built it for you. So, and with that, I've done a lot of car shows as well, since all over the place. Traveled different countries, Puerto Rico, Canada, and brought this, what you say, artistic automotive flavor to many people. Well, I mainly work in the States, of course, but a lot of the work, a few of the work that I've done has been overseas as well. A couple years ago, I got contracted to do Ed Hardy's E65 Benz that's in Dubai right now. There's also a lowrider that I did for Lunatics Car Club. 64 Impala, I did airbrush work on it. Right now, I think it's in Belgium right now. So, and then a couple of cars have been out to Puerto Rico that I've done hydraulic-wise and artwork-wise. So it's been out there, you know, I've been sprinkled my talents across the globe a little bit, humbly.
Now you mentioned you did the monster truck.
Yeah, I affiliate myself with Live Nation Monster Jam. I do shows with them, especially around this area. We do done shows with them, primarily getting vehicles like you see the one behind us and stuff, to give some people, you know, just something else to look at besides the monster truck. Also have them more familiarized with the sport or this hobby people have. Done shows New York, New Jersey, even Costa Rica as well for Monster Jam.
You got any upcoming events?
Upcoming events, well, the season's slowing down now. Might have a couple of shows coming up. Primarily, the next one would be Let East in Parsippany, and that's an old school 50s, 60s style car show, which is very nice. That's going to be during Labor Day weekend, so it's a Thursday through Sunday.